Good evening, my brothers and my sisters. It's so good to have you back in front of me and me in front of you. I am Sheralden Brave, and we're here with another Wednesday Wisdom Poetry. Glad to be in the house. We got a day here in Georgia where we got a little sunshine out this evening, and so I'm hoping I'm radiating that as well. So listen, I won't keep you long. I've got, I think it's one four-liner and two pieces. So, in honor of Women's History Month being March, I would like to share two pieces highlighting women. One for mothers, because one of the most important women in most of our lives are our mothers. And so I have one that's entitled My Mother's Eyes, and the other piece is entitled Her Story. But I'm going to begin with the four-liner entitled Your Core. Rarely will you find what your heart is looking for when you're looking with your eyes instead of with your core. Once more. Rarely will you find what your heart is looking for when you're looking with your eyes instead of with your core. Your core. And as always, right after the video, I will post the poems that I've read for you. It'll be along with the video. I would ask that you give me probably about 5 to 10 minutes to get that done for you. Kit, I see you, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good evening, cuz. Javier, thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. All right, so again, March is Women's History Month, and I want to share a piece that I have that I wrote probably a couple of years ago for the book that I have yet to publish. The title of the book right now is still kind of up in the air, but I've shared with you that the initial title was Love Notes. Her story. To being the very first and refusing again to be last, these are the women of our past. Strong, gentle, lovingly courageous, intelligent, caring, humorously outrageous. These are the women we pause to celebrate, women of character, women of faith. In the month of March, we celebrate women's history, honored to stand and remember each woman for her legacy, her story. I I started working on a project, and I'm going to have you all to actually help me with this before the end of March. The last Wednesday, what I would like to do is to kind of do a listing, a call of women from my area, which is Georgetown, South Carolina. Some present, some who are now our ancestors. But what I would like to do is to make a list. I started making the list, but I didn't want to leave anyone off, of women who in my hometown were business owners. Uh, and I will tell you, we had a lot of women business owners when I was coming up. And I don't even want to call one name right now because I know as I was making the list, and as I was about to go on, I realized I had left a name off. So what I'm asking you all to do, if you're from Georgetown, South Carolina, and you're around my age, I have no problem saying I'm 52 years old. And so if you're around my age and you remember some of the women business owners in Georgetown, please shoot me a comment or a direct message, uh, uh, something on Instagram, Facebook. Even if you have my phone number, a direct message to my phone. I would love for your mother, your aunt, someone that you know to be on that list. And I will tell, instead of calling names, I know that we had landowners that were renting out properties. I know that we had at least two women who owned bus systems, uh, ferrying folks back from Georgetown and other areas to Myrtle Beach to work. I know that have a we have one that was owned the candy shop. The candy shop was right around the corner. We had one that owned a fabric shop, and so and even now we have one who is a funeral home director in my hometown. So I would love to have a list of these courageous women to do a roll call at the end of the month, the last Wednesday of the month. So if you all would help me with that, I would truly appreciate it. All right. So the last piece I have for you is a piece entitled "My Mother's Eyes." In my mother's eyes, I see love and affection that always comfort me despite my imperfections. It's in my mother's smile I see joy and peace that quietly strengthens me with a love that doesn't cease. In my mother's walk, I see years of carrying hope, whether crossing plentiful plateaus or climbing treacherous slopes. It's in my mother's stance I see unfaltering dignity, begging not for handouts as well as anyone's sympathy. In my mother's eyes, I see promises kept and promises broken. What I see most in her eyes is love that goes unspoken. My mother's eyes. So listen, I'm always glad to be in front of you. I was actually looking forward to today. These pieces actually they really move me when I think about the power of women, and so I'm looking forward to your help. And I hope that you've enjoyed these 3 pieces. Again, I will be posting them at the end of the video, and always I do not take your watching for granted. So I will be seeing you again next week Wednesday, and before I forget, next starting on the 18th of March, I will then be pushing that Kenneth Hammond and I will be doing a show in East Point, Georgia on April 18th. We'll have the flyers done by that time, the digital flyers, and will be on Facebook and Instagram. So keep your ears and eyes open for that for us as well. That is April the 18th. It's going to be in East Point, and all the information will be on the digital flyer that will be coming to you soon. Now, here's my favorite part of the evening. I love you. There's nothing that you can do about it. You can try, you won't win. And you know, I'm always talking about you being in the game and winning and everything. But when it comes down to me, the way I feel about you taking the time to be with me every Wednesday and reading my work and giving me feedback, you're a millionaire in my book. All right. So I appreciate you and what you do, sharing my work. Let me speak on that for a second. Sometimes some of you might inbox me or make a comment about sharing my work. If it's on digital media, if it's on social media, it's yours to share. I appreciate you asking, but if I'm going to put anything out there, it is yours to share. So I really do appreciate the question, but that's not necessary. So thank you so much, because I know that you're giving back to someone else. You saw worth in my work and you want to pass that along. So I appreciate you. Again, I am Sheraldon Brave of Brave Pen and Paper and Wednesday Wisdom Poetry. I look forward to seeing you on next week. So give me about 5 minutes and everything that I read tonight will be posted. Thanks a lot. Bye now.